Assalamualaikum and hello students. Today we are going to discuss circulatory system infections with a primary focus on bacterial pathogens. We'll also briefly touch on other types of pathogens that can affect the circulatory system. Let's begin by understanding the basics of the cardiovascular system. Overview of the cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system consists of the heart and blood vessels working together to deliver oxygen and nutrients to cells, remove waste products and carbon dioxide, maintain body temperature, and distribute hormones and other essential substances. The anatomy of the heart. The wall of the heart separates into three layers. Epicardium. This is the outer layer, myocardium, the middle layer, and endocardium, the inner layer. The nervous system is divided into two components, central nervous system or CNS and peripheral nervous system or PNS. The CNS includes brain, spinal cord, and complex network of nerves. Cerebrospinal fluid circulates around brain ventricles and spinal cord. CNS coordinates actions and sensory informations by transmitting signals to and from different parts of the body. Normoflora and sterility. Under normal conditions, both the circulatory system and CNS are sterile. They are closed systems with no easy portal of entry for microorganisms. This sterile environment is crucial for understanding how infections develop when pathogens manage to enter these systems. Pathogen virulence. It is challenging for pathogens to establish infections in these systems due to constant blood flow in the circulatory system and blood-brain barrier in the CNS. To establish an infection, key factors are required. Bacteremia or direct introduction of pathogens. Presence of predisposing factors such as congenital defects, prior infections or procedures, and prosthetic devices or shunts. Disease development. Infections in these systems typically develop in stages. Pathogen entry via bloodstream or direct introduction, adhesion or attachment. Pathogens adhere to surfaces or breach protective barriers, and colonization and proliferations, where pathogens multiply and trigger inflammations. Some pathogens produce biofilm that shield them from immune defenses and also antibiotic penetration. Routes of infection. Pathogens can enter this system through various routes. Hematogenous spread, this is the most common. Direct spread from nearby infected sites, example sinusitis leading to meningitis. Iatrogenic introduction, for example, during medical procedures, and traumatic introduction, for example, penetrating injuries. Common bacterial pathogens. Common pathogens for circulatory and CNS infections include Staphylococcus aureus, common cause of endocarditis and brain abscesses, Streptococcus species, Streptococcus pneumoniae, meningitis, and endocarditis. Streptococcus agalactiae, neonatal meningitis. Neisseria meningitidis, leading cause of bacterial meningitis. E. coli, neonatal meningitis. And finally, Listeria monocytogenes causes meningitis in immunocompromised individuals. Circulatory system infection. Endocarditis is inflammation of the heart's inner lining. Myocarditis, inflammation of the heart muscle. And pericarditis inflammation of the heart outer lining, and aortitis, inflammation of the aorta, which is rare. Central nervous system infections, meningitis, inflammation of the meninges, encephalitis, inflammation of the brain, brain abscess, localized collection of pus in the brain, and myelitis, inflammation of the spinal cord. Diagnosis. Usually in the lab, we use blood and cerebrospinal fluid for analysis. Blood cultures is for circulatory system infections. Cerebrospinal fluid analysis, this is used for CNS infections. Usually we collect via lumbar puncture, perform microscopy, do culture, and perform biochemical tests. Any growth is significant due to normally sterile environment in this place. Other pathogens, while we have focused on bacteria, other pathogens can also cause infections, for example, fungi, Candida species, Cryptococcus neoformans, and so on. For viruses, often associated with meningitis and myocarditis, and parasites, for example, Naegleria fowleri, causing amoebic meningoencephalitis. As the conclusion, infections of the circulatory system and CNS pose significant health risks. Understanding common pathogens, their entry modes, and resulting infections is crucial for proper diagnosis and treatment. Early detection and appropriate antimicrobial therapy are key to managing these potentially life-threatening conditions. Thank you for your attention.